And so, we begin tonight on the morning of a February day in the year 1907. Not at number 18 Grosvenor Square, but a few doors down at, I believe, number 13 Grosvenor Square, the home of Mr. Martin White, a businessman, an investor, but a gentleman of many interests. And Mr. White is enjoying his normal morning activities around the house. I don't know if you're reading the paper or just perusing a book. How would Martin be spending his morning?
Very likely reading the paper to see what social events are on and anything he needs to know in case someone talks to him about them, basically. Just picking up local knowledge.
You're flicking through the paper. Nothing usually catches your eye just yet. And what does Martin look like? How old are we talking here? How does he dress? How does he carry himself? What's the impression he would give?
He is in his late 20s, well, 27, quite well dressed, well groomed, always dressing in, well, very expensive clothing, basically, but he tends to wear well-made tweed clothes. Sort of lasts forever, really, but I'd say, height-wise, probably about 5'5", 5'6", average looks and clean and well groomed, but other than that, he comes across as quite driven.
Okay, so yeah, you're flicking your way through the paper in your simply morning room. It is in fact morning. Is he keeping up with the modern fashions of like interior decor? Is his house well furnished? Little rundown.
Oh, definitely.
What are we talking here?
Oh, definitely. I mean, he has to be. He's a very sociable person. So he gets invited to the various clubs.
Yeah, so you're sitting in your well-appointed morning room, in your nice clothes, reading the morning paper, when there comes a knock at the door, and one of your servants comes to let you know that an old friend of yours, Mr. Harris Rutt, has called and wonders if you are in.
Oh, they'd know to let him in. Certain times of day I'm okay with visitors.
Ah, Martin, my old friend.
Harris, how have you been?
Good to see you. Good to see you, old chum.
Make yourself comfortable.
Oh, I'm just tea would be excellent, thank you. Yes, just passing by. Thought I'd call in, see how you were doing. How things were getting along.
Always good. Doesn't seem to be much going on in London at the moment, though.
That's why you're mistaken. You've got the paper there.
I have.
Turn next page.
Yep. Just turn it over.
See there? A bright new age is dawning. That's what it says there in the paper.
Well, you mean electricity?
He points down to an advert down at the bottom of the paper, which is advertising a display, an exhibition of new technology to take place tomorrow evening in Southwark, just south of the river. A promise of electrical spectacles, of groundbreaking new technology.
Well, electricity does seem to be the way forward at the moment. But
this fella, this Nordstrom, Swiss fella, I think. No, Swedish. No, I always get the two mixed up. Something continental. That sort of thing.
Continental. That's a good way to describe someone.
Yes. No, where's the Polish one? Anyway, yeah, foreign chappie. He does marvelous stuff. I've actually made a few investments myself in his what do you call it?
Yeah, exactly. Thingamajigs.
Yes. Some quite groundbreaking. I've seen some of the blueprints and the things he can do with just light like you've never seen it.
Well,
the thing is, joking, but this is a real moneymaker.
Well, I've known you for years, and you're not much of an accountant, but you do know your science, and you do know your technology. So, and you've not been wrong on a couple of occasions, at least.
Look. they can't all be winners. They can't all be winners. You've got to speculate to accumulate. You've got to
Exactly.
put money out there, and then some of it comes back.
Sometimes you have to make risks.
Yes, exactly. But this isn't a risk. This, I swear, is a surefire investment. Come along tomorrow night. Come along.
Oh,
You will see.
definitely. I've got nothing planned. Why not? I mean, it'll be interesting.
Yeah. Even if you don't invest, it's worth coming along to see. Like,
Definitely.
be-
I've nothing planned, so it should be fun. Are you going yourself, or?
yeah, definitely. Obviously.
Definitely. Well, I'll see you there, and definitely.
Yes. Right. Shall I meet you there, or shall I pick you up here?
We could probably meet there. I'm not sure what time
Yeah.
I'll be arriving yet.
I'll meet you there. It's the old dye works south of the river. Not my part of town, but
No, it's not the
you know
best
that
parts of town.
Gaskill, old fella. Place got shut down through I don't know,
Oh,
fumes,
some
workers
sort of
dying,
chemical
that sort of
leak.
thing.
Was it leaking chemicals into the river or something?
That was it. Yeah, chemicals in the river. Yeah. Anyway, it's running out of part of his old place just south of the river.
Well, easy to find, and should be interesting to see what develops.
Indeed. Well, thank you for the
Well,
tea. Thank you for the
no problem.
hospitality.
See you there then.
I best get going. I have a meeting with my accountant.
It's always best if you're not sure of something to employ somebody who does notice it. So,
Well, here's to hoping. Right. Well, I'll see you tomorrow night.
take care of yourself and see you tomorrow.
With that, Harris takes his leave, and Martin draws up his plans. Meanwhile, across town, in a far less fashionable address, in a far less wealthy part of town. In fact, I think we're pretty much at the opposite end of the Monopoly board here from Mayfair. Over in Whitechapel, at the offices of Hargreaves and the Bloomsworth, detectives. And what do these offices look like? What sort of building are we talking here? Are we talking just a single little office? Have you got multiple floors? What have you got?
Well, I mean, obviously, the first level is a shop. You know, looks like a shop from the outside, or an agency. You come and knock on the door if you like. Upstairs is our main offices, and maybe on the third floor is a flat where one of us could stay if something was happening, and we needed to stay close to the office. It's mixed in with all the other buildings in the area. I mean, it's not standalone. It's not exactly upscale, nor is it, down. We do have a reputation to hold up, such as it is.
Indeed, and those who have the reputation to uphold are our two detectives. Are you both in the office this morning?
I would say yes. We're probably having one of our planning meetings, talking about cases we have, figuring out how we can get more people to come to see us. And newspapers are a popular thing because we're looking at things that are happening in the news that, well, maybe we could offer our services somewhere.
Indeed, you're browsing through the newspaper, and who is doing the browsing? What do Nigel Hargreaves and Basil Bloomsworth look like? What are we looking at here?
So Basil is he's fairly tall, probably about 3 or 4 inches taller than the average man. He is hideous. He is very, very ugly. What is ugly about him facially? Yes, that is the answer. He's got crooked teeth. His nose was once probably normal looking, but it's been broken a few too many times. He's got very sunken in eyes. He looks like he hasn't slept in the last decade or so. Just not a handsome man. He has a strong chin, but too strong. It's rough. Thank God he's smart. We'll just say that. Thank God he's smart, otherwise he would have just struck out on the lotto. But he has kind eyes. That is what he has going for him facially. He has kind eyes. and he is going through the newspaper. He looks up at his partner, Nigel, and he says, advertisements. There's so much crime going around here. Advertisements.
What? Advertising for crime?
No, not for crime. I suppose we could advertise for crime. Criminals, please come here, especially if there's a bounty on you. I don't think that
Yes.
would be particularly effective, but we could always try.
Probably not the best use of funds.
No, it'd be a terrible one. But you know me, I like to be agreeable.
Well, you are the people person of the two of us.
I am kind of the people person, aren't I? I don't know, I just like people.
I mean, you're generally well disposed towards people.
I just, yeah, well, people will tell you so much, and it just makes it so much easier to solve crime if you listen. Then again, that also presumes that the crime solvers are going to be listened to by their superiors. And you can see that he's choking back the same rant that you've heard him say for all this time about when we got released from our duties as police detectives.
Yeah, don't hold back. Tell me what you really think.
No, I can't. I don't want to yell so early in the morning. It upsets pretty much everybody in the vicinity and half of Whitechapel. So I won't do it. But seriously, a gas explosion with those facts? Come on.
Yeah, we both know there's something going on there, but we were told to stay out, and we kept asking questions, and now we're here.
In fairness to us, they kept us assigned on the case. Asking detectives assigned on the case to not ask questions is a strange order of business, but I don't know. I was just so proud of how you handled being fired, Nigel.
You know, one must keep up appearances.
Yes.
Yes, and in fact, I think I know who fired you. I think you probably still hold a grudge against Inspector Thorne.
Aha, yes,
Yes,
indeed.
He would have been responsible for
We'll
seeing
get him.
you gone. Yeah.
Oh, listen, we don't need to go get Inspector Thorne. When you're such a miserable, insufferable ingrate, just existing in such a manner as that is recompense enough. And besides, we mustn't dwell in the past, lest we lose our future.
Yeah. And it's at this point that there comes a knock on the door to your shop, your little place of business.
Oh, I'll get it.
All right, Basil.
Hello! Welcome to our agency. I'm Basil. This is my partner, Nigel. How can we be of service to you today?
A rather nervous man in his mid-40s stands on the front step. Are you the detectives?
Of course, yes.
The cheap ones.
Fairly and adequately priced, given our experience in the private sector, is how we would. Yeah, okay, yes, we're the cheap ones. Come on in.
Good.
I'd offer you a pot of coffee, but I like you too much to make you drink what we make here. So, please.
Yes. My name's Mr. Hawksby.
Nice to meet you.
What brings you
Clement
to our
Hawksby,
doorstep?
That is.
Emmett, you said?
Clement.
Oh, thank you.
And I need a little help. I don't know that there's anything to investigate, but I don't know how to know that if there is or there isn't. And
Tell us more about what got you into this situation and what you think's going on.
I think I'm being defrauded. I think that's the right word. Scammed. Swindled.
To tell us more. Who's swindling you, and what are they trying to get from you?
Well, my money. Well, they have my money. I made a series of investments into a gentleman, a Swedish gentleman by the name of Pavel Nordstrom.
His name doesn't ring a bell as one of our known
No, he's
problems.
an inventor, a mechanic of sorts. He works with electricity. Supposedly he has some grand invention that will revolutionize the world. And I believed him. I really did. So I put money into his venture, and
How much money?
um, all of it, basically.
Well, what promises were made to you? And I mean, what was the nature of the contract you entered
that I
into?
would get that within a few months, his invention would be sold, and he would return my money, double my money.
Double.
Yeah, my investment at the early stage, that my money would double, and then there were a series of delays. His factory, his first workshop got shut down, and he had to move south of the river, and then one thing after another, and he just kept saying that, next month, and that was a year ago, and
So your patience is starting to run thin.
well, it's more
or your hopes.
The patience of my creditors is starting to run thin.
Ah, I understand.
And
That's why you need the cheap detectives, because you don't have a lot to pay.
look, I will pay you all I can, and if you can help me get my money back from Mr. Nordstrom, I will pay you triple your usual fee. I promise. But if you don't, if you just do the best to investigate what's going on, see if at least I don't know. I tried to go to the police about this, and they said there's nothing. Like, they just laughed me out the door, called me a fool.
It's okay. Just take a deep breath, okay? Take a deep breath. As he takes a deep breath and he stops talking, I'd like to do a psychology check.
Yeah, just try and get a read on this man. Try and work out what is going on. Give me a psychology roll, please. He's nervous, but beyond that, you don't really get a good read on him.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Do you have an address for this man?
Yes. It's still down as Gaskell's Drugs and Dyes. It's south of the river in Southwark. He's got a workshop there, and I think he lives there too. I think it's just him and some assistants of his.
Do you know the assistant's name?
No, didn't get the lad's name.
Okay. Well, this is what we're going to do. We're going to look into it. Come back. How long do you think, Nigel? Tomorrow, the day after?
Give us a couple of days to start looking into it.
Oh, he's got a show on. Have you got paper?
Of course.
Yes, we live and breathe by it.
See there, page 5, down at the bottom. Tomorrow night, he's got some kind of an open evening show on at his workshop, trying to hook in more fools. I thought about going along and perhaps just warning everyone. Last time I tried that, I got kicked out and dragged away by some rather mean-looking fellows. So I'm not going to be doing that again.
No. Go ahead, Mr. Hargreaves.
Tell me, what kind of time frame do you have from your creditors before the next action they take?
The angriest of them said the end of the week.
This week, I see.
This week.
Okay, well, that does kind of limit the time we have to investigate.
Yeah. Well, it is Monday today. So, I'm hoping their weekend's on Sunday. If not Saturday. I didn't really get clarity from them. They were very shouty.
Do you fear physical retribution?
Potentially, yes. But
I will, no matter what happens, I promise that when they come to pay, I will not let them harm you.
oh, thank you. You
Presupposing
offer personal security as well as detectives. This is very good. I will warn you once again that I don't actually have that much money. Like,
I
I'm going to be
understand.
honest here.
I
Um,
no, I know. You definitely give off I am destitute vibes. It's the look on your face.
yeah, so
That was a little joke. It's okay. Look, I'm just
We're
trying
not-
to
It's
lighten
fine.
it. You can see the look on my face. It's not served me well. So, come
Yeah, we're
by on Wednesday afternoon ish. I say ish because ish happens.
and if you
Yes.
can, I mean, just some sort of mean retainer would be appreciated. I mean, it is just going to take our time and some effort.
Look, this is all I've got right now. He hands you, like,
We'll
maybe
take
a few
half of
shillings.
everything you have. We'll
Yes.
take half of everything that he has. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Well, you know where we work, so I'll see you on Wednesday afternoon ish.
I'll see you on Wednesday afternoon-ish.
That's right.
Good day, sirs.
Okay,
Right.
watch
Thank you.
the
Good day.
stair, the bottom stair going
oh.
down. It's quite
yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Somebody
he
should do something about that nail,
departs.
given that it doesn't exist. Okay. Well, Nigel, if I'm being honest, there's almost certainly nothing that we can do because I think you just got swindled. But
Mhm.
at the very least, we should try.
Well, given that we have a paucity of other active cases, I think we can afford to put in some effort in this one.
Yeah, I am terribly sorry about the last case. I did not mean to lose the person I was tailing.
No, that's
In fairness
these-
to me, they fell into the river and drowned to death. So it was,
these things happen. It's okay.
Oh, it happened. It definitely happened to him. I don't know why you would be so close to the river not being able to swim. He sunk.
Yeah, and the
Feel
concrete
bad.
shoes didn't help much either.
What?
Oh, nothing.
No, it was bricks in the pocket.
Ah,
Bricks? What are you talking about? Concrete's much too expensive.
anyway.
All right, let's just go. Let's just go. Let's see if we can do some good. And at the very least, we might see somebody getting pickpocketed. And if we stop that from happening, usually people toss us a couple points. That's kept us afloat before.
I get the feeling though that this isn't a pickpocketing.
Well,
things.
no, but
They're
on the
gonna be
way,
a
it's
bit-
the
well,
optimism. Nigel, come on. There's crime. We're in White Triple. There's crime everywhere.
Yeah, that is true. All right.
Be more optimistic about the pessimistic side of life. Damn it.
Okay. So is your plan to head out immediately today? Or
Yeah,
I
I'd say
think
so.
okay. So as the two detectives head out, we go south of the river now. To the old Gaskill Drugs and Dyes factory. And to a workshop in one corner, this solid brick-built workshop, which is the current residence and working place of the genius inventor and definitely not scam artist Pavel Nordstrom. And his assistant. It is still fairly early in the morning, and Pavel is sleeping in, leaving Avery to do the morning sort of tidying up and sorting out of the workshop after sort of some chaos of things being strewn around. He had a bright idea last night that didn't quite work out, and there's currently a large soot stain up one wall where a piece of machinery partially exploded and partially caught fire. And, well, Avery, who do we see cleaning up the workshop this morning? What does Avery Collins look like?
Avery is a very lean and lanky, large but very thin. Young man, like 25-ish. He's got he's wait, is that? Yeah, he's got like very utilitarian clothing. The occasional oil smear somewhere that isn't, it wouldn't go out. But otherwise, yeah, a little bit disheveled hair, and running around trying to get the workshop to look its best for the big showing off of what all doesn't work.
It will work. Pavel emerges from his... It's not really a bedroom, it's more sort of a cot behind the corner. The actual bedroom got moved aside to make room for more machinery. He emerges from this little cot in the corner, stretching. His clothes are definitely like oil stained and a little tattered around the sides. His hair did get brushed once last week, you think, but it's sticking out at odd directions. Coffee.
I think I still have some over there, and I'm still brushing the wall with the stain.
I'll leave that. That's fine. Adds to the authenticity. People like to see that sort of thing.
They're supposed to trust in the workmanship. If there's like foot stains on the wall,
it's tomorrow night, right? We've got like a day and a half yet. We can turn this around. We've got to turn this around.
Sure.
Yes. That Rut fellow's coming back, and he seemed most taken by what we showed him last time. I think we can get some more funds out of him. Keep this thing going. We are so close. We are so close. Just a little more, and we'll have it all figured out.
Are we gonna show everything, or just the stuff that actually reliably works?
Do you see the stuff that reliably works?
I mean, there's this small stuff, the little bit having a little spark flow over and
no
looks
one's going to be
fun.
impressed by a little spark. You see what they're doing these days with
None of these guys know about that. No, none. They know nothing. If it's just looking good, it's fine. If it's gonna blow up, it's gonna be bad.
No, right. Yes, maybe just the little things. I don't know. We need to try them something.
And I'm
money
gonna
is drying up.
come with coffee and shove it over.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I have right. Well, we should get a fair few people coming tomorrow night.
Yeah.
And before then, we're going to need drinks sorted for them. They expect some kind of hosting. He kind of picks up a tin from the corner, rattles it, and it makes a very desolate rattle. We need money for drinks tomorrow. And you have to invest to get them to bring you more money. Is there anything in here we can sell?
I'm gonna look around. Probably not for the value that we put into it.
Okay, the thing that exploded yesterday. I want you to take that down to the scrap metal dealer and get what you can for it.
Sure.
Then take that money and go get something that looks like either port or whiskey.
Wait, what?
Something that looks like port or whiskey.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or something of that sort. Something you can serve to investors. Non-toxic.
So no port or whiskey.
Port, whiskey, something that looks like a
fancy.
drink.
Okay. Fancy drink.
Fancy-ish.
And little snacks things.
Drink.
Okay.
Look, he kind of scribbles out a bit of paper. These fellows, back alley in Whitechapel, past the doctor's clinic, they've got some good stuff at cheap prices. Don't ask them any questions.
All right. Good. I'm gonna hold that in. And then we probably have like a hand card or something, since the guy sold the car at some point. I'm gonna shove everything on that hand card and start dragging it along towards the scrap metal.
Off you go, lad. Good lad. Right.
See you And don't blow anything up in the meantime.
I won't. I've got an idea.
Oh god.
Right, as Avery heads out to try and make things ready for tomorrow evening and gather some of the materials needed. Well, we have the rest of today and tomorrow. We have detectives with investigation to carry out, Avery with some wheeling and dealing to be done. But Martin, what are your plans for the intervening time? Do you have anything you'd like to be getting on with?
Chances I'd visit one of his social clubs, possibly the Savile Club.
Ah,
So,
yes.
see if he can find anything out about this this inventor. If anyone's heard anything, just to see if there's any other rumours going around. The Savile Club is more a social one,
Yes.
but
So,
other than that,
Yeah, I'm going to ask you to give me a credit rating roll. This is essentially your influence, your chance of getting some good information out of the fellow members of this gentleman's club. And very nice.
It's easy.
In Mayfair, just round the corner.
it's basic. I'm trying to think. I wrote the address of the place. It is just Savile Street, basically Savile Row. It's in Covent Garden.
Yes, a little bit further across town, up in Covent Garden, and yeah, you're having a chat, a drink of port. I feel, having never been in an upper class gentleman's club, I assume they drink port.
It's whatever they have, basically. More than likely, he'll just be having a polite cup of tea with someone.
Yeah, as you're chatting, the first few people you talk to haven't heard of this Nordstrom, but you then find an old fellow who has. He kind of cuts at the name. Wouldn't go near that. Very bad investment. Good show, bad investment.
Ah, so one of those.
Yes. It's worth going for the entertainment value. He set fire to his beard when I was there.
Oh, yes. Well, the person who advised me to see him wasn't the best of, we'll say, financial skills or financial knowledge, but it seems it'll be interesting. It's something else to pass the evening, I suppose.
Yes, if your friend is thinking of investing, I'd warn him off, try and head him off at the pass, so to speak.
I hate that cliche.
Well, yes.
Sounds a good, valid point. Yes, I'm always careful with my investments. I'm not going to put anything in it that could impact me, but I might give a token for the show.
Yeah, well, as I said, worth going for the show. I wouldn't give him any serious money. Yeah, it doesn't come
Might
back.
just give him something to cover the drinks. Who knows?
Yes, he has invented what many of those sort of inventors have invented, which is a bottomless money pit. You pour money out and none comes out again. Is the way.
Oh well. But at least I know I'll have entertainment tomorrow evening.
Yes. Oh, anyway, I'd best get going. I see, Phillips, I want to have a talk with you about the shooting party next weekend. And he heads on his way, and as he's heading on his way, you hear a voice behind you. Excuse me.
Yes.
Sorry, I couldn't help overhearing you were asking about Pavel Nordstrom, the inventor.
Yes, curious. He's got some sort of show on, some sort of event on tomorrow evening.
Yes, I had heard. My name's Albernathi, Cecil Albernathi.
Oh, nice to meet you, Cecil.
I'm just here as a guest. Not the benefit of this delightful place before. You're familiar with this Nordstrom?
Nope, not at all.
Not at all.
The friend recommended this event was the future of energy and technology, but we shall see. Are you familiar with him?
No, but I've been hearing his name around the place from time to time. I was just curious if you knew anything about him.
Are you much of a scientist yourself? Inventor?
No, I'm a lawyer.
Oh,
for my sins. Yeah. Yes.
are you a good lawyer?
Well, I'd like to think so, but all lawyers will tell you that.
Exactly. I like employing people who are knowledgeable. I don't know a great
No,
deal
I
myself
don't really
about.
practice these days. Mostly retired to engage other pursuits.
Ah, a man of leisure.
Yeah, yeah. I suppose you could call it that. Yes. Yes. Anyway, yeah. Thank you for your time. Sorry, I didn't get your name.
Oh, Mr. Martin White.
Yes. Well, and maybe our paths will cross again.
Well, should I need a good lawyer? I may get in touch.
Oh, well, I think I've heard about the place somewhere. There you go.
Thank you. I also have a card, and I'll pass on
Thank you.
business card back about industrialist investor and 13 gross on a square.
Oh, Grosvenor Square. Well, I might call in. I have friends in the area.
Feel free.
And as he turns away, would you mind giving me a little spot hidden, please? Okay.
Nope.
You notice nothing of import.
Unfortunately, my character's not very good at anything.
But he is rich.
He's rich. He's got a
It's
good
special
broad.
kind of superpower.
You know, he's a little bit more on everything, but he's not specialised in anything. Jack of all trades, master of none.
As Martin whiles his day away at the club, what are our detectives up to? It's the rest of Monday. What would you like to be doing?
Nigel, I think it's time to head out, don't you?
I do. Let's go do a little surveillance.
Oh.
Oh, what did you have in mind? Drinking?
No. We're not on the force anymore. We have to be sober.
Right.
Yeah.
I forget that myself.
Yeah, I know you do. No, you do. Damn
So
it. Let's just go. Why don't we just walk up and, I mean, they're supposed to be businessmen, right?
So don't punch them, okay?
I haven't punched anyone in 3 years. Mostly because a lot of people saw me punch the last person I punched for travels. Anyway, point of it is I don't even like hitting people, and you know that. I don't like that. Why don't we just go up and ask them about this, and if they can show us that there's no malfeasance, then we have an open and shut case. But if it doesn't pass the smell test, it doesn't pass the smell test. I don't think we need to really surveil a bunch of crackpot inventors.
Well, who knows? I mean, if he's running a scam on Mr. Hornsby, was it?
Yes.
I mean, he may be well scamming other people who we could inveigle into being clients as well.
This is true. Maybe one of us should one of us pretend to be a potential client?
That's what I was thinking. You know, we just pose as potential investors. We've heard his name and about his invention. Oh, Hawksby, that's right. Sorry. You know, we've just heard his name and this wondrous inventions that he's got. That we just heard about it and wanted to know more. Think that would fly?
Probably. I mean, might fly better than Hawksby's planned. Oh, goodness. I don't know. I tell you what, how about we just rock up there and then we'll decide on a plan when we get there. Maybe
off the cuff.
No need to make a decision. Well, we know what our basic options are. No need to have a predetermined outcome that we might not even abide by.
True. All right, let's go. Let's find out.
All right. Should we stop for breakfast?
Oh, yes.
Okay. What should we get?
Okay, after stopping for breakfast on the way south of the river.
Damn it, Keeper, you can't take it from me.
Did you have something specific in mind?
Scones. All right, Keeper, we grab scones and we go.
For breakfast. They're not a breakfast food.
You communist. We get scones and we go.
After picking up some scones from the bakery on the way, you head down south of the river towards the old Gaskill factory. And as you're heading up to the way in, you see a lanky young man coming out with a pushcart piled with singed metalwork, heading on his way out of the gate. Ava, as you trundle outside, it's a cold, crisp morning. Not much going on around. Two gentlemen coming your direction. Oh,
I'll move my way. This thing's heavy. I want to get this done with.
You need a hand, good sir.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Um,
And I'll just pull the thing.
I look at the contents. I was like, something go wrong?
Oh, that's just. If invention doesn't do what you want it to, then it. You know.
Are you the inventor?
No. I'm the apprentice. It's fine.
Ah, okay.
If you want to meet him, he's still in, I think. I'm not sure if he's got time though. There's the show tomorrow. It's probably best if you come then.
Well, we were interested in potentially investing. So
Yeah, we'd heard.
If you think that we should wait until tomorrow, then I suppose. But
For the investment talks, yes. I'm quite busy. We need to get the whole thing.
This isn't the invention.
Up to shape. You want to present well.
oh, we understand that you don't want to see how the sausages are made. So we'll just pop on in real quick and see how he's doing. You can leave that. I'm a big strong man. I can get that on the way out if you want.
No, it's fine. I'm bringing that to the scrapyard.
It smells of sulfur and gasoline.
No. There's not no gasoline involved.
Are you sure?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, you don't seem sure. All right, Nigel. I'm just kidding. You do seem sure, and I wink. Let's go, my friend.
All right, let's go.
Enjoy it. Don't touch anything. He's doing enough damage as is.
That
Keep
promising. Sounds very promising. I whispered to Nigel once we're like 20, 30, 40 feet away. Like, I don't think they're any fucking good at all, Nigel. That was terrible. And that was definitely gasoline.
Yeah, that.
There was a canister that said gasoline on it. That's how I know.
As you head on in, you see there is a door that says Pavel Nordstrom, inventor, no entry, danger, no entry.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
so we go in.
Yeah. 100%.
So you go in.
Yeah. Hello!
What did you? No entry.
No, we were told that we could come in here because we're looking to invest.
That. Honestly.
Yeah, we saw him keep carrying something off.
Ears, I swear.
Yeah. So. What do you invent? Do you have a specialties?
We're working with electricity. You know, the stuff that makes the lights work. The new lights, that is, not gas lights. Obviously, they're gas. Gaslight. Oh,
the gasoline.
Who needs gaslight anymore? It's a modern age. Electricity is the future. We are trying to. But where does electricity come from? You ask. You ask. Yes, you ask.
We ask, of course. Regale us.
Turbines, right? You have to spin a turbine either with water or with steam from burning coal, yes? But what if you didn't? What if you could make electricity from nothing but the air itself?
Hold on.
This seems rather fantastical, and against some sort of laws, thermo something.
Laws are made to be broken.
He read that
guidelines.
in a Penny Dreadful years ago. As I pause, I'd like to do a psychology check on this. Oh, so interesting, man.
Yes, go for it.
Okay.
Yes, look, I am not really in a place for receiving.
Oh, well, we do have
Yes.
some from other acquaintances. We're told that this might be a significant investment that one could make that
Oh,
would pay off
yeah.
well. So
I'm going to ask Nigel for a bit of a fast talk roll here. Let's see how good
Okay.
you are at sort of sliding
Fast.
your way in here. Actually, Basil, the impression you get of him is, he doesn't seem to be entirely buying what Nigel is saying, but also you get the impression that he's playing up the mad inventor act just a little bit. But also that you can sense frustration rolling off him. This doesn't seem like a pure scam. He really is genuinely trying to make something here.
Do I have any idea as to how talented or capable he actually is?
Looking
psychology
around,
check?
do you have any skills related to electrical engineering or machinery? Give me a roll on anything you've got on none of those. Looking around
I have
his
a 10 in
workshop.
electrical repair.
Yeah, that'll do. Give me a roll. It's hard to tell. You don't know enough about this to know whether what he's doing here is groundbreaking science or utter bollocks.
Okay. Well, sir, if I may I?
Yes.
You strike me as a man, and I'm working this off of that check. A man of showmanship. But you're trying to truly do something great here. And what I want to impress upon you is that you don't have to put on any airs when you speak with us. I understand that you're in a business. You need investors. There might need to be some pomp, some circumstance. You might need to, for the layman, you might need to give them something to sink their teeth into so that they can better understand your vision. You need not worry about that with us.
Look, we are close. We are close, we're just not quite there yet. When
I
we
believe
get there,
you.
it
I
will
believe
change
you.
the world.
And I want to be there when we get there with you. Because
Yes.
I like money. And you need money to
Yes.
make money. To make
Yes.
money, one must spend money.
Yes?
So, we want to spend money to make money.
You want to give me money?
I want to give you money. And we can come back after we do the negotiations, of course. We can come back tomorrow with the proper banknote to make this happen. Obviously, we wouldn't go straight to the bank and come back with shillings and the like. That would be awkward given the time of day and the travels and things of that nature. But we do want to give you money. So let's talk turkey. The specificities when you need the money, the how many people have also invested, just the logistics.
A few others here and there. But look,
A dozen, 2 dozen, 3, 5.
I'd have to check my books. It's not. I am
Less
more
than
about
50.
invention, not about the accountancy.
I understand, but to have one, you cannot have the other. Keeper, could I try to persuade him to give me?
What are you trying to? Yeah, what are you trying to get out of him here?
I'm trying to persuade him to give me his honest ballpark answers about just the basic accounting or business realities that he's dealing with.
Okay, give me a persuasion roll, please.
Hard success.
Look, I'll be honest. I don't have enough money to make this thing work. Every part is expensive. The fuel is expensive to make things. More parts are expensive. Parts blow up. New parts are expensive. I need twice as much money as I have to make any of this work. Mostly we're just chuttering along. To make it work, I need a lot more money.
So when you say that you're close, it's more you have proof you're close to conceptually. You have concepts of a plan.
Yes.
What could possibly go wrong with
But I need about £100 to make it work. Maybe more.
Understood. Well, I tell you what, I have good news. I think when we come back tomorrow, we will be able to give you just what you need and deserve.
I see. He
My good
looks
friend.
you up and down, taking in your clothing, looking a little doubtful that you can come up with that sum of money that quickly.
I sense a slight bit of doubt given my attire. Well, let me ask you this. If you are rich, but to make money, you have to go to certain places that are unsavory, how would you dress?
Okay, I'm going to ask for another fast talk roll here. See if this is working this out.
That's not a lie, Keeper. I'm broke. I have to
No.
be in dangerous places to make my cash.
Yes, but also you are pretending to be a wealthy man here that you aren't.
I have a wealth of knowledge and a beautiful smile and kind eyes, Keeper. How about persuade? How
This
do you
is
persuade?
no.
Persuade him to look into my vision. A hard, fast talk.
Trust in the rolls. Make the rolls. Now you can tick that, and you can be better at fast talk potentially in the future. Remember to tick things you succeed in, guys.
Always and forever.
Ah, you see him warming up and coming around to you. He's like, yes, of course. Come back tomorrow night. Wonderful.
Very good. But remember, we will need to we need to see the books a little bit. We're not.
Yes, of course. Yeah, good. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Also, your assistant doesn't
Avery.
know what gasoline is.
Petroleum, yes?
That's news to him.
He's a very smart boy. He knows what it is.
He's incredibly bright. I am what you call a jokester. He said there's no gasoline in the explosion, but there's a can that said gas. I'm sure it was repurposed. I was just having fun. I like to laugh.
No, you are confusing gas and gasoline. Gas is gas. Gasoline is what the Americans call petroleum. Two very different things. Do not confuse.
Well, the can said what it said.
Anyway.
Yes.
Anyway.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Tomorrow night, I will see you.
Yes.
Yes. And he waves you on your way.
Absolutely. Come, Nigel.
And with that, we move back on to Avery and his little mission to make things prepared for tomorrow night. You head on over to the scrap metal dealers, who looks resigned to see you back again. Same thing as ever?
Yeah, same procedures every year.
Well.
I'm gonna push the thing over.
I can't give you that much for this one. It's come singed, it smells funny, there's only so much I can do with it. Yeah.
You know the invention called water, right? Just clean it off. It's just that.
You should look. This is what happened to my arm when I put it in the water last time. I don't know what your boss has been putting on it, but look, I can only give you half the normal price.
I'm gonna look at him, and I'm gonna look towards the other side of the city where there's the other scrapyard. I'm like, you know that I need to buy stuff with the money that is worth, right? This whole thing needs to work. If it's shutting down, I'm out of a job. I can't just go for half price on this.
Give me a roll here. This sounds like a persuasion to me. Try and get a good deal out of this gentleman.
Persuasion. Oh boy. Do I have any social skills whatsoever? No. Good. I can't use the 9 that I just rolled, right?
9.
Well.
He shakes his head
I'm gonna is the money he's gonna give me enough to go and buy the stuff for tomorrow?
It wouldn't be enough, you don't think, to buy like a proper amount of booze for this event that your boss wants to host, but it will be enough to buy something. And perhaps you can find a way to stretch it or find something to replace it with.
Right. I have an idea. Sure, I'm gonna do it. It's fine. Otherwise, I need to walk through the entire city, and then we're not gonna have the time.
Okay.
Next time I'm gonna go to the other scrapyard, I guess.
Well, let them try. He counts out the money and then
Yeah,
carefully takes away your scrap metal, eyeing
And
it
then
warily.
I'm gonna go to the place where my boss said I was gonna get cheap stuff.
Okay, so you head up across the river and through Whitechapel, actually, down some rather dark, narrow brick alleyways, past the queue outside the free clinic, down to this narrow stairwell with a door where you've been told to knock. That is a good door to get cheap goods from.
I'm gonna go and knock.
What you want?
We need a buffet, basically.
A buffet.
Yeah, I need stuff that I can present as looking good for people.
That's fancy.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be fancy, but it's supposed to look fancy, if you know what I mean.
Right. Can't do food. I can get you a barrel of port that fell off the back of a wagon.
That sounds like an idea.
Yeah. And a couple of bottles of whiskey. No labels. Will that do the trick?
That's a trick, yeah.
For some pennies extra, I can put labels on them. Whatever you want them to be.
That sounds like a good idea. I was gonna refill them otherwise, but yeah, that's a good idea.
I can also sell you some empty bottles if that's of use to you.
Nah.
No, the nice ones. Some good. We've got some good port bottles and some good sherry bottles from one of those fancy clubs uptown.
Well, if you can label the bottles in a way that makes them look fancy.
Still got the labels on them.
Perfect.
They'll never know the difference.
I mean, they won't know the difference anyway. As long as the bottle looks expensive, they're gonna buy it anyway.
Right. He quotes you a price. It's a little bit more than the money you currently have in your hand.
Now I'm gonna, Sean. You think you can do with this?
And I know just because you haven't put any points into social skills, give me a persuasion roll, please.
A what? Persuasion?
Give me a persuade roll, please. Let's see.
No, he cannot.
Take off the actual bottles of whiskey. I can give you the wine and some empty bottles.
Now I'm gonna look through my. How much is missing?
Probably a few shillings.
Is that something I can do with my 20 cash?
Give me a credit rating roll. Let's see if you've got enough on hand at the moment. Yes, you do. Yes, you've got enough cash.
Couldn't I have rolled that 9 earlier? But yeah, sure. I'm put the additional money on it. Gonna mumble in my beard about my boss, not and the whole thing over there. And gonna put the whole stuff on my cart,
All right. So
and then make my way back.
you make your way back. And as you arrive back, you see Pavel looking quite excited. Ah, new investors! Wealthy gentlemen just came walking in, wanting to invest. We have to put on a good show, an excellent show tomorrow night. Because if we do, we're sorted. We'll have all the money to complete the project, everything we need. But tomorrow night needs to go perfectly. Nothing must go wrong, okay? I'm trusting in you, Avery. Nothing must go wrong.
Sure.
You got the good stuff for the drinks?
Sure. Wait, again. Yeah, I got the good stuff.
Yes.
We need to change the scrapyard. They didn't give me the full price for the metal because it's too dirty and too contaminated and whatever. But I didn't have the time to walk to the other end of the city to go to another scrapyard. But next time around.
Fine. After tomorrow, we won't need to be doing trips to the scrapyard anymore. Our problems will be solved. It will all be solved. All we need to
You
do
know that this is like the
is
third
impress.
time you've said that to me, you know?
No, not this time. I mean it. We need to impress. I have an idea.
What idea?
No, nothing. Nothing gonna... This... We will put on the greatest show. You just have to have faith. Okay?
Look, I have total faith in your knowledge about the whole electricity stuff that we do in here. I know enough to know that you know what you're doing. The problem is that there's always something going wrong. You know, some small thing that doesn't work out.
But this time there won't be. This time, I think it's going to melt. I think we'll catch fire.
How about we just do the things, you know, the
No. We must impress. This must be bigger and bolder than before. We have a truly wealthy investor to impress.
But if we do bigger, then the risk is higher. Then it can go boom again.
Avery, all will be well. Trust me. Trust me. Now, I will see to making sure the show is good. You make sure everything else, you know, the door must be, you know, nice. Everything must look good and professional. That's your job. Make everything look good. And I make the magic happen. Yes.
Okay.
We've got this.
I think I'm gonna set up little things on the side to, you know, for the electricity for dummies.
Yeah.
And, you know, just to impress on them that we know what we're doing, even if this is big, you know?
Okay.
It'll be fine.
Okay.
We'll get that done.
So, Avery is making sure that this show looks like you actually know science. And the preparations between you and Nordstrom are going to take you the rest of today and most of tomorrow, really. In that time, as preparations are being made for the exhibition display, is there anything anyone else wants to be doing in the meantime? If not, we will go to break there, and we will pick up on tomorrow evening, the evening of the grand exhibition. I'll see you there in 10 minutes' time. And so, we come to the evening of the 5th of February 1907. And a grand exhibition of science to be held in Southwark, just south of the river, at the old Gaskill Drugs and Dyes factory. But tonight, this doesn't look so much like a semi-abandoned bit of warehousing reused for dubious inventors' projects. This looks like a destination. Lights have been put up outside, real electric lights, to illuminate the way up to the front door, where, well, Avery, what kind of display has been made? What does it look like as you come into the warehouse and the workshop? What have you got going on?
Well, there's on the backside, there's the big experiments of Pavel.
Yeah, there's probably a
The
big table
ones-
with a sheet over something.
Yeah, that's the stuff that's supposed to, excite and be big and bombastic. Probably bombastic. And then there's like small little tables with like normal electrical experiments, right? Stuff that to basically show how the whole thing works, how the electricity in general works. Stuff that is basically safe, that functions other places as well. And that Avery tries to use to get the people to understand what it is we're trying to do, so that Pavel can then go and be on his eccentric self without, risking the funding again.
Okay. So, yeah, this is all set up, this displays already, as the guests start to arrive. Some are potential investors, some are current investors dubious about continued investment, and some are just curious people who fancied an evening of entertainment and wanted to see someone set fire to themselves. And our guests of this evening, Martin, Basil, Nigel, are you early arrivers or late arrivers into this event?
I think Martin will arrive dead on time. He won't be early because why not? But he'll be on time.
Okay. And our detectives?
Yeah, Basil, what do you think?
I think that we would arrive maybe 5 minutes late. Make them a little nervous.
Now, do we come bearing a check from our operating funds?
We come with a check book and a fancy pen. Fanciest pen. Probably not the best. But no, we haven't written anything out.
Okay. Because he talked about the 100 pound. So.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, Martin would arrive first, and you see already there and excitedly wandering around the, call them exhibits, Avery's displays, is Harris going, oh, I just do like that. There's a lovely bit of wiring on there. Yeah, jolly good indeed. Martin, you have to come check this out.
Oh, I'll wander over. I don't really know what I'm looking at exactly. I've got a vague idea, though.
You see, well, that wire goes from there, and then that goes down, it's going round and round and round. Isn't that spectacular?
Is that safe?
No, yeah, this is perfectly safe. This is all, I mean, I will say, this is all very much, mundane dynamo display. That nothing groundbreaking here, but whatever he's got up on that big table, that's the real groundbreaking stuff, I tell you there. Yes.
Could I do a spot hidden to see if I notice anything unusual like that? Just a general spot hidden of...
About what? What are you looking for?
The, well, are there burn marks on the wall, for example?
Avery, have you cleaned the burn marks off the wall?
If I had gotten a chance to be in the place without my boss complaining that I was removing the burn marks, then yes. If I hadn't gotten that chance, then not.
There are burn marks on the wall.
There's still burn marks on the wall.
You can see
yeah.
one that looks like it's been half scrubbed off. That's where Avery got halfway through cleaning before Pavel told him to go do something else.
I'll probably try to arrange myself as the evening progresses, to be in the areas least burnt. Hoping
Okay.
that if something explodes, I'm less likely to be caught in it.
So outside the building.
But
So you're lurking sort of near the door as people come in, sort of away
Well-
from the working area.
I'll be sociable, but I'm curious of the people because they might not invest in this, but I might be able to get them to invest in something.
Yeah, there's a drinks table set up over there with some.
Oh, that's interesting. I'll wander over.
And actually, hope so. Give me a spot hidden as you wander over to the drinks table.
Oh, I'm probably not going to drink anything, but that's a fail anyway.
Well,
But
it's being polite to refuse it, and it's offered like that. It looks lovely.
it is.
Nothing-
I don't
nothing
care
untoward
about being
here.
polite. I've got money.
Yeah. Yeah, people are drinking, nodding them. Fine vintage, this one. Good, it's a good one. Not
Oh.
my favourite, but it's a good one.
I'll probably have a glass, but I probably won't drink it. I'll smell it and see if I can work out what it is.
Port.
Oh.
Or whiskey, depending on which one you selected.
That's good. But what does the crowd look like?
Mostly fellow businessmen of sorts, perhaps people you've crossed paths with. Not a lot of really big money investors. Most of the people here are much more minor, like, level. Like, you're probably one of the wealthiest people in this room, possibly the wealthiest person in this room. Like, you have the funds that Basil pretended to have.
Yes, I could.
Yes, so you have.
A quick question though.
Yes.
I don't know how the money works in this. What's your spending level relate to? Is that like your weekly spend or?
Yes.
Because I've worked it out according to my level, like the credit rating. My spending level's £50. That's
Yeah.
so.
Look.
Yeah.
As ever, I try and be a little bit vague on the money because A,
I don't
pre-decimalization
understand.
currency confuses me, and B, the constant difference of like inflationary rates of remembering
Yes.
what something is worth in 1907.
Oh, definitely. I've just based this on the gaslight credit
Yeah.
rules.
So your
It's
spending
okay.
limit
I
would
have
probably
money
be
to invest if I wish
higher
to.
than that now because we're later, but yeah, you've got money to invest. Like, you could make a big difference here. But yeah, you're probably there, warily looking at your wine as
Pretending to drink it
as
because
Nigel and Basil arrive.
Hmm.
You make your way into this space, this brick building.
Nigel,
Yes, Basil?
are there more burn marks than the last time we were here?
I don't know if there's more, but no.
There's not less.
No, there's not less. See, there's a little evidence that someone tried cleaning it up.
I think they probably did the best that they could.
Yeah. Now, what do you think about these other people here? You think these are other potential victims or investors?
You know what? Let me take in the scenery.
All right.
Keeper, do I need to make a check to look around and gauge the?
You scan
the-
around. You see this. You probably catch a glimpse of Pavel off in one corner, talking excitedly to a rather well-dressed gentleman who's nodding along enthusiastically and going, "Oh, jolly good!" at many points. Martin, that is obviously Harris over there talking to Pavel. And
Nice.
you'd see, what's Avery doing at the moment? What's he up to?
Well, Avery is basically manning the smaller stuff and explaining general concepts to whoever seems like they might have, questions or anything specific. He's gonna not commit to exactly what the giant breakthrough is, but the concepts of electricity and making sure that the people know why that is a breakthrough technology and why there's there's like this much potential and why they should invest.
Okay, you've got a few people gathered around you. Yeah, a couple, some interested, some kind of looking a little like, yeah, come on, this is all well and good, but when does like the sparkly stuff? When does the real stuff happen?
Did Hawksby show up?
Hawksby is not here now.
Okay.
Yeah, you do see. So I said most people here seem to be businessmen. There are a couple of women appropriately accompanied by their partners here, but it is mostly gentlemen. Most look wealthier than you. Most look like businessmen. There's definitely probably lawyers, businessmen, sort of upper middle class. There's a couple that look a bit wealthier dressed. There's one particularly sort of wealthy-looking gentleman standing by the drinks table, like eyeing a glass of port.
Hmm.
No one looks particularly suspicious. It seems to be, the mood is generally pleasant.
Right. Now this well-dressed gentleman. He's intently looking at the drink that he's having. He
seems to be staring at his drink for a moment, and then he takes. Well, maybe he takes a sip, or maybe he just doesn't. But no, he probably takes a sip. I mean, as far as he knows, there's nothing wrong with it. You don't know that there's anything wrong with this.
Excuse me, is the refreshments, they seem to be good?
I wouldn't say good.
Hmm.
I wouldn't say bad either.
They're not up to what you would buy, but otherwise they seem perfectly decent.
Yeah, exactly, that's what I mean. I'm used to better fare myself, but it's passable. I could recommend that. I think it's meant to be port.
Meant to be port, but I'll pour a half.
Well, it's nice to meet you.
Hidden as you go, if you want, Nigel.
Oh God.
Seems fine.
No.
Yeah.
I see what you mean. Not terrible.
Not terrible. It seems okay. But looking at this place and the fact that they need funding puts me on edge. But who are you, by the way? Myself, I'm Mr. White, Martin White. It says.
And now, very nice to meet you. I'm Nigel Hargreaves. I'm here with my partner over there, Basil.
Oh, very modern.
Nice to meet you. No, not that. He could do better. No, we have a business relationship.
Oh.
Not that type of business. Oh my, a little saucy in here. Not that type of relationship either.
It is okay. It's whatever floats your boat.
This boat is floated by women. Anyway.
Whatever you ship.
I don't even like sailing. Regardless, what a strange way to meet you. It's nice to meet you, Mr. White. I'm Basil. Some people call me Basil. Most people call me Basil. Basil Bloomsworth.
No, they don't. No one reasonable calls you Basil.
At least 2 people have called me Basil.
Well, they were wrong. Both of them.
Basil is a good name.
It's Basil is the superior name. Regardless, I too do share your worries about the lack of funding and the aesthetics.
We were considering.
Sometimes breakthroughs happen in the strangest of places.
Right. I am going to. I hope you don't find me rude, but I want to go speak to the apprentice, Mr. Collins, over yonder. So I will be sure to come back around and chat with you some more, Mr. White. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you.
And Nigel, best behavior.
Always.
Okay, but best behavior.
Oh, no. That may present a problem.
Best behavior. And I'm going to walk up to Mr. Collins and talk to him when it's appropriate time.
Yeah, I'll probably finish the next explanation round and usher the people on. We've seen each other yesterday, right?
Yes.
Avery Collins. Hi. I'm the apprentice.
Basil Bloomsworth.
Are you the ones that were the big investors he talked about yesterday?
Well, when you say it with a laugh, it doesn't sound nice, but yes, we were. Are, actually.
You
we
understand
are
that you weren't looking the part of a big investor, but
Well, some might say that you are not looking the part of great inventors. I don't believe in a
I'm not.
space.
I'm not a great inventor. I'm the helping hand. He's the genius here.
Come here, I want to tell you a secret. Secret, just between you
Sure.
and I. I'm going to whisper. Sometimes the helping hand is the appendage that actually has the brain attached. Nobody's ever said that before. I just made it up in this moment, but I do believe that to be true. I had a
Did you
boss.
study philosophy?
No, God, no. I hate books. I hate reading. I hate writing. I like doing.
Well, it's not quite good for this year. A lot of this is just paper.
Well, everything is on paper these days, but anyway, I just wanted to let you know that I found you to be most impressive, and I believe in you. Given my line of work, I do have an eye for talent, and I have a lot of faith in you.
What's your line of work?
Oh, I'm a problem solver.
Problem solve PI?
No, you might. Well, maybe. Just depends on what the problem is.
I see. That makes a lot more sense.
Well, problem solvers oftentimes solve issues of lack of funds, for instance.
Fair enough. I really believe this can work. If everybody that's here just, invest enough that they can risk, I think this can work. I genuinely believe that.
When I was speaking to your employer, I sensed chicanery and foolishness, but I also sensed a great drive for greatness and machinations of the mind. So I appreciate the fact that he has to put on a show to get the money to do the work that needs to be done. It doesn't affect
If
me.
money wasn't the problem, this whole thing would have been done already.
Well, money is always the problem. I mean, I shouldn't say always. 95% of the time, it's a problem.
Yeah, the other 5% is time, right?
Oh, no, I was going to say jealous husbands, but sure, time. I mean, sure, is what it is.
Fair enough. I'm not that far along the line yet to have problems with jealous husbands.
Oh, no, I mean, listen, I look like I fell down the ugly tree and got whooped with the ugly stick, so I don't have to deal with ugly husbands either. Forget the last 30 seconds of this conversation. Regardless, what I'm saying is I found you most impressive, and you are a credit to your profession.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, I hope you enjoy the evening, and I hope everything works out fine as planned.
You don't have to have any mystery. Never mind.
Any mystery?
No, it wasn't. I was going to say something that might be uncouth.
Go ahead. I'm hard to insult.
Yeah. Why does this place look like a fucking bomb shelter?
Oh, that's because I was intending to clean the walls, but he kept sending me off elsewhere and insisting that it gave the whole thing a more inventive feel.
Oh. No, it doesn't.
Yeah, I don't think so either, but
no,
I'm not the boss.
If you look over at that explosion thing over there on the wall a little bit, I can actually see a little bit of your outline. That is actually horrifying.
Oh, yeah, that's and I'm gonna just shove my arm up, and you see like a big burn scar over you.
Oh.
That's happened.
Yeah, it happened. It definitely happened.
Generating power, you put water under a lot of pressure in a steam engine, right? And if if you don't have the money to properly build the damn thing,
and you don't,
the whole thing does what the whole thing does if the pressure is too high, right?
I'm gonna take your word for it because I think you have first-hand experience.
Yeah, indeed,
Anyway,
indeed.
anyway, I just cover that back up.
Yeah, I was just like pulling it up and then putting it back down. It's just
Yeah.
like,
Ooh, it does. You're hygienic, but it looks like it would smell. I don't know how to describe that.
oh,
Anyway,
it's just a Scott. It's fine.
Anyway, I have to go get back.
Ladies and gentlemen, sorry to interrupt your conversations. I'm sure they were scintillating, but time is fleeting. Time is fleeting indeed. And I have some great things to show you. Great things indeed. Gather around, closer. Come a little bit closer. No need to be shy. Everything is perfectly safe. Avery, where is Avery?
I'm on it.
Come up here. No, yes. Just you stand on the other side. When I give the word, pull the cloth aside and pull the lever. Okay.
All right.
Gentlemen, ladies, a little closer, please. I don't need to shout. There we go. Perfect. And for the benefit of just my information, where would Nigel, Martin, and Basil be in this crowd? Are you crowded at the front, or are you lingering at the back?
I'd be in the middle.
At the middle, okay?
Since I'd wanted to continue conversation with Martin, I'd follow him. I don't know where he would be.
Yes.
Since as an investor, he'd be paying more attention, I imagine.
Yeah,
I forgot about your conversation.
He'd be
Before we
in the
continue with the
middle, but
show.
at the side enough to get a good glimpse of it.
Yeah. Before we continue with the show, what were Martin and Nigel talking about whilst Avery and Basil were talking?
Oh, Martin would have been inquiring how long Nigel and Basil have been partners for.
Oh,
And just general chit-chat, really, finding out more about them.
it's we formed our partnership about, I guess, maybe 7-8 years ago, maybe. We thought go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Quite a catch, anyway. Whatever keeps you happy.
What?
But, are you much of an electrician or engineer?
No, those don't really describe what I do. I'm more try to get into the bottom of things that are going on.
Bottom of things, yes.
This is not going well. Oh.
I'm gonna fucking shoot your character.
The key thing is, ignore this stuff on the table here. That is the important thing at the back. That is new. I don't know what it is yet. That's what I'm interested in. I'm here to invest if it's likely to work, but if it doesn't, then
that's kind of what what we're here for as well. I mean, you heard some really great things, but we've also heard some people that are kind of skeptical as to whether their money's being well invested.
Well, I suspect, my honest viewpoint is I suspect it hasn't been well invested. But I want to see if it can work. Unfortunately, sometimes breakthroughs do cost money. So I'm hoping it won't cost mine. I'm there for the breakthrough.
Because one of the things we wanted to try to find out while we're here is, not being a very technical engineering sort of person, trying to gauge the interest in what other people think that are investing their hard-earned money and see if they think this actually has some potential.
Much the same here. I'm not technically minded, but I'm curious to see if it'll work. Let's see what happens anyhow. The show will begin now.
Ladies and gentlemen, sorry to interrupt your conversations. And Pavel calls out to the crowd, gathering everyone together. A little closer, a little closer. Nothing's going to explode. All is safe. There we go. There we go. Well, thank you, everyone, for sparing your evening to join us here to see the future being written before your eyes. He kind of rumbles around. You see him pause for a moment and he kind of looks down at his hand. Yes. We are here to witness the birth of a bright new age of science. A world of wonder. A world of splendorous inventions. You've seen the electricity lighting our city. Heard tales of miraculous new inventions. But none will come close to this. This is the key to the future. A gateway to things beyond the imagination. To power unlimited. To light not just a few bulbs, but an entire city with brilliance. Every home will have electric lights. Every single home, even the poorest and meanest of dwellings in this city. More things, everything will run on it. Automobiles. He's looking around. You can see he's sort of gone off script now. He's sort of looking around the room.
And
Bicycles.
things beyond our imaginations.
Yes! Beyond your imagination, beyond my imagination, either. Bicycles. Those could be electric too. Yeah. And it will change the world, but from where will all this power come? Well, behold, my greatest new invention. A sheet and lever. And you see this shining mass of metal. Avery, some of this is new even to you. You can still see like the fresh solder on this. Like he must have been working away till midnight last night when you needed to sleep on this. This is not something you've seen. This is not something you've seen tested.
I'm trying to not let it see on my face that I haven't seen this thing before.
And you can see at the end near you is just this single lever.
All right. And we'll pull the whole thing.
Gears lock into place. And you hear the winding of a spring being unleashed as cogs start to turn. This whole thing starts whirring into life. Cogs spinning, shaft spinning. Just this whirring mass of metal and like chains and belts spinning and coiling around faster and faster. And you see Pavel staring at it, and Ava, from where you are, you can see that he has crossed both his fingers down beside him as this thing starts whirring and spinning. You're also standing directly next to it, by the way.
Yeah. I have seen a previous version of that thing though, right?
Yes, but it looked very different from this one. This one has whole bits on it you've never seen before. There's like this metal ring near the top that is now spinning around. And I want you to give me a roll with one of your skills of either electrical or mechanical engineering as to...
Engineering? Great.
You have
Thank you,
no
Roll20.
idea what that thing is intended to do.
All right.
But it's spinning faster, whirring, and the string of the bulbs he set up at either end of this machine flicker into light, brilliant white light. And so someone in the audience gives a very much, "Oh, bravo, bravo, splendid!" as the lights flicker brighter and brighter. Kind of, boom, boom. The disc spins faster and faster. And something flickers in the center of it. In this very center of the spinning disc, a small pinpoint of a hole is getting wider and wider. In the center of the spinning disc, a circle of space is not like the rest of the space. Doesn't draw the eye in. There's a space inside the disc curves and dips and bends towards it. This single circle in space, getting wider and expanding outwards. It fills the center of the disc. And then something emerges from within. You see this tendril of silvery substance coiling out into the air. And this is the point where I need all of you to make me a sanity check, please. Is this what machine was? And this coiling tendril of silver spins out into the space before the machine. And for most of you, you are marveling at this. Surely must be some sort of illusion, trick of the light.
It's probably a trick of mirrors.
Quite how he's doing that. My question to all of you is, who here believes in powers beyond this world? Who believes that there is something else out there that could be coming through him? Okay. Nigel, Basil, and Avery. Okay. I need all of you, everyone, including Martin, to roll me a 1d3. You've made your saves for now, nothing big has happened. But Martin, for now, this is just a trick of the light. Okay. Please deduct the relevant either 3 for most of you, or only 1 for Nigel, from your sanity score, unless your name is Martin. In which case, leave it be for the time being.
Everything is fine here. I'm sure that I roll doesn't matter.
This silvery substance spins out into the air.
What is the inventor doing at this point?
He's staring at it. Eyes going wide. Just staring at it. Watching as the space inside the ring presses up against the edges of the ring. But most people in the room are just staring at this, watching as this tendril of silver reaches out from within the disc out into the room, coiling in the air.
I think I'll just cut it off again.
You pull the lever.
Yeah, I'll pull the lever back.
The
And say,
machine gives a little shudder. Things keep spinning, but you can see gears pressing against each other. There's a loud clunk noise, the sound of ripping metal, and the disc snaps. And the hole in space begins to get wider. Wider. And wider.
I don't think that's meant to happen.
no.
No.
Getting wider. Pavel just seems to sink down onto his knees, staring at it, wide-eyed in horror, and then he mutters something in Swedish. Does anyone here understand Swedish? No. Mein Gott.
Can I do a psychology check to try to get a read on what he's going through, though, Keeper?
Yes. Yes, give me a roll as he stares at
Pretty much the same here, to be fair.
this hole in the space.
I'll
Basil,
spend the 3 points of luck, Keeper.
Most of you can tell this is a mixture of horror and divine revelation. You can see fear on him, but it's more a man who's seen the heavens part and an angel descend for him personally. Just stares up at this space.
I'm gonna go grab him, Keeper, and I'm gonna yell, "It's time to go! Show's over! Come back tomorrow for donations or investing! Time to go!"
You're just grabbing Pavel.
Yeah, I'm grabbing him and I'm gonna whisper in his ear, "What have you done, you fool?"
He's coming. He's
He-
here.
He's here. Ooh!
And it's almost like a spell has been broken as Basil shouts, as people start running for the door.
I think I'm gonna chuck a bucket of water at the gate.
Water streams over the gate, and it's this point that you can see now something much vaster on the other side. I'm going to need new sanity rolls from people here at this point, as something big is emerging. Something is happening here. Some people are starting to run in panic. A couple of them are just like, someone starts screaming. The lights flicker, blaze for a moment, and then they go out. And the only light now in the room is the silvery light of the portal, the silvery light of the gate. And Avery, you're not sure what this is. Your limited knowledge does not give you enough knowledge to know what this is. All you know is this is probably bad.
Yeah.
Like, this is not good. Whatever this machine is doing, this is not a good thing. This is not what was supposed to happen. Okay. Is that everyone's sanity rolls there? Okay. I want another D3 from everyone whose name isn't Basil, and a D20 from Basil here. As you're tugging Pavel away, you're right sort of underneath the gate as something stares back at you. Something vast and unknowable. There, beyond the walls of this reality. And I believe that that is enough. Is that enough to take you down below your daily limit? If not, that's definitely...
I was at 72 and I've lost 20.
Okay. I can't do maths right now. Which I think... Give me a D10. I think this looks like a bout of madness for you. You reach out, take Pavel's arm, and this hysteria bubbles up within you. I'm going to give you the choice of laughter, crying, screaming. How would this hysteria manifest in Basil? How would he react to this?
Between laughing, crying, and screaming?
Or similar hysterical outbursts, essentially just incapacitated by this, just the overwhelming nature of this situation.
I think with what tiny sliver of autonomy Basil has left, he would scream to try to impress upon people the severity of what's happening and to go. So I think it would be screaming.
Yeah. Nigel.
Which I will spare you all from me doing.
Yeah,
I'm screaming loudly.
You see Basil run forward to help Pavel. As he's pulling Pavel backwards, he looks upwards into the gate and just starts screaming. This is a horrible, unending scream, barely pausing for breath.
So,
What is everyone doing?
what's gotten hold of you, Basil?
Can I talk as I scream, or
No,
is it just
no,
crazy screaming?
Just screaming.
I look at him and I just scream.
I'll do what I can to pull him away.
Okay, so you're pulling him. Are you trying to pull Pavel with you as well, or are you leaving him to his fate?
No, I'm leaving him.
Can I try to grab him?
You're
or
still
am I
sort of
just
clutched onto him.
Okay, then I try to keep him. I wouldn't leave
And I just
someone
sort of
behind.
dragging the two of you out. You realise, Nigel, you're gonna have to shake off if you're gonna make it to the door soon. You're gonna have to shake off and lose the inventor somehow.
Is Martin anywhere near? Can you give
Martin,
us a hand?
What are you doing?
I was being nosy at what the assistant was doing. Is he making a run for it, or is he trying to do something to the machine?
Yeah,
Avery, what are you doing?
I'm trying to this thing has a pressure container, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
So I'll try to relieve the pressure on that thing in the hopes that it does something to the gate.
Okay, you're trying to essentially turn the machine off.
Yeah, I mean it tried with the lever, but that just broke it.
Give me a roll. This would be, I guess, mechanical repair. It's the opposite of mechanical repair, but the skill still holds.
Yeah, I think in which
That is, I can give you the 1 point for the hard success if you
Yes.
need that.
Yes, that 1 point will be very beneficial here.
I'm giving you the 1 point of luck for that.
So as all this is going on, there's this ear-splitting screaming as this gate's open. There's you hear a explosion from within the machine. A sort of sinking pressure. And the gate just starts to collapse in upon itself, just shrinking down in space. Everyone's still panicked. People are in tears. Some people are screaming. People are running. As the gate closes in on itself.
I'm
It
trying to
closes
think
into
what Martin
nothing.
would think it could be. What sort of role could he have to try and work out what it is? He hasn't got any mythos, so.
I mean,
Oh,
do
could
you
I try a
believe
natural
this
world?
could be something supernatural?
Could I try a natural world? Because I don't know of anything supernatural.
Yeah, give me a natural world. As it
To see
sinks
it.
down and everything is plunged into darkness, you can just hear screaming and sobbing.
I've got
You
no
don't know
idea
what
what
this
it
is.
is.
But you know that it scares you nonetheless. You can feel this fear sinking into your bones.
Something not right,
I
basically.
will say that now you know enough to know that something unnatural, something not right is here. Please deduct the 4 points from your sanity.
Oh well.
It's
nice to have high sanity for a bit.
Right here. And you're all in utter blackness in this workshop. The gate is closed. The machine has stopped whirring.
Well, I think there's probably a dynamo somewhere lying around in one of the small little ones that I had. I'm gonna use that to get ourselves a little bit of light.
Yeah, you.
And then take a seat and say, well, I guess that counts as a proof of concept.
Basil, you finally managed to get a breath between your screams.
Oh God.
You still do not feel right.
Oh, I don't feel any. Where's the inventor? What was that thing?
I saw his face. He's here.
Come
He
here.
was here.
Come here.
And he wasn't supposed to
You said something to me. You said that. You said, did you mean to summon this thing?
No.
You said he's coming, he's here. Who was that? What was that? What was that?
What are you talking about, Basil?
The key in the gate,
You
the
told-
opener of the way. The key in the gate.
The key in the gate. When I went to grab this madman to save him, I asked him what in the bluest of God's blue oceans was that, and he just said he's coming, he's here.
Who? Who? What?
The key in the gate.
Key in the gate. The opener of ways.
The opener of ways, apparently. Avery, did you know anything
yeah.
about this?
Not really. This whole thing is supposed to get power through that thing you've seen. That was supposed to, stay small, get the power into the water, get the water evaporated, get the power, get the electricity.
Steam power.
Endless power, right?
It was
From
supposed to
there.
create infinite power, an infinite power loop.
I mean, not infinite, but as big as you can keep the gate contained.
It was not contained.
Yeah, but that was clearly not contained. But it did work, and shutting off the machine did shut off the gate. So that worked.
I'm so
And
happy. for you.
imagine if we can keep that on like a small level constantly, and get all the power we ever want.
And
That's the plan.
And
The
then,
problem is,
and then
what the fuck was that? What came out of there? There wasn't supposed to be anything in there.
Nigel, do you remember when we were talking about how I'd gone 3 years without punching anyone?
Yes. Yes. I was hoping it would extend a bit longer, but
Oh, I'm so happy I'm Catholic right now because God forgives. Nigel. Avery,
Mm.
I like you. I like you a lot. I don't like your boss. So if I'm gonna hit anyone,
The opener of ways.
it's if he says that again. No, I'm not gonna hit him. I'm not gonna hit him. Inventor, chief inventor, come here. Look me in the eye, okay? Okay. What do you know about what happened? Take a moment and articulate.
I read of knowledge. Power unlimited. You just have to open a gate.
Where
him.
did you read this? Where did you read this?
A book. I still have it.
Where is it?
In my office.
Take it.
I'm
it
on
to
the
me.
way.
Take us to it so we can, and then we'll write you that check that you want for all your inventions.
Yes. Wagons of Nara. That's what it's called.
Write that on this piece of paper for me, because there's no way I can spell that.
I'm gonna walk up. I'm gonna go to its office and look for a book.
Okay, give me a spot hidden to poke around. His office is chaotic. His office is not really an office. It's more a corner.
A normal success.
After some digging around, you know how he keeps things. There's one drawer in his office. He's told you don't open that drawer under any circumstances.
Yeah, I'm assuming that it's in there. I'm gonna look
You
there.
open that drawer, and tucked away at the back of that drawer is a cloth-wrapped bundle of a small sort of book. It weighs heavy in your hands.
Okay. Gonna open that and find out it's probably in Swedish.
It is in Swedish, yes.
At least we can all understand Swedish.
Mm.
I'm gonna look at that and I'm closing the thing. And
Yeah, you can see on the front page, yes, it says Wagons of Nara. I apologize to any Swedish people for my pronunciation of the Swedish language, and I would like to formally be mortuous for including a Swedish person in this when I get this.
all in good day's work.
And you see within it, the text is in fact all equally in Swedish, with occasional diagrams of like holes in space and things catching fire.
Which year do we have right now?
1907.
Wait. How likely is it that somebody knows that we know about Einstein stuff already?
I don't think he's around yet, is he?
If he is,
not-
he's extremely young.
Yeah. Like he's...
Miracle year Einstein is 1905, 2 years ago. Is my Einstein's miracle year, where he put
Okay.
like three massive
he's older
things
than I
out.
thought he was. Please, I'm bad at ages of people. So yes, you probably do know about...
Yeah, so
Einstein.
part of that makes sense, and part of that is like, this is theory. How the fuck does he do from theory to this to already what?
And then you see the publication year of this book. It was published in 1887.
Okay, I'm gonna walk out. I'm gonna set my butt next to my boss and ask him how the hell there's practical treatises about stuff that has been invented 2 years ago from like 18 whatever.
Knowledge. He gives you knowledge. You just need to ask. I found this. This was what began everything. The work I've been trying to make here. All ideas inspired by this book. I found it.
Where did you find this book?
In a library, obviously. Where else would you find it?
Oh my god. Okay. Which library?
I'm assuming Stockholm because it's in Swedish.
No. Gothenburg.
Gothenburg. Okay.
Well, it does seem rather strange. It makes you out not to be so much of an inventor, more a bookworm.
Ideas are built on other ideas, standing on the shoulders of giants. On the shoulders of giants.
What?
is-
Where did you
it is
get
true.
your degree in science again, my dear inventor?
Gothenburg.
What was your degree in again?
Yeah. It isn't that.
If you say journalism,
No.
did you get your degree in journalism?
Who would do a degree in journalism? No. I never actually got my degree.
What did you go to school for?
I studied some chemistry and then some mechanical engineering and some physics.
Oh,
And then some more engineering and then chemistry again.
So this is a book of science.
Yes, and then I found this book and I wanted to write my thesis on this and they said no, that is mad. I tried to synthesize some of these ideas into practical form in my thesis and then I got kicked out.
I mean, and I'm just gonna open up the side with the folded space, and I'm asking, how up to date are you on the happenings of science in science? Because does this remind you of something? This is the stuff Einstein did 2 years ago, right? And I'm gonna shove open and show the year of print of that book and be like, this does not make sense. If this was out here, like, how many decades ago, how the hell is that guy getting famous for it now?
It was a small print run. I tried to track down the author, but apparently, see, he turns to the back to the front page and taps like a line of Swedish. Author copy never got properly published. This might be
Okay.
the only copy in existence.
all right.
The author disappeared.
Did
Alright.
you translate it?
No, I read Swedish.
But I don't.
I keep telling you should learn.
Keeper, could I try to tell if the inventor's sane?
Give me a psychology check.
Or if he completely bonkers at this point? I'm just...
Can I do a
That's okay.
psychology check to see if he was actually trying to get that thing summoned or if it was a true accident?
Yeah, try and get an impression of like. Yeah, give me a psychology check. Martin, you can't tell if he's actually insane or just playing at being insane. And Basil,
True. Most inventors are mad anyway.
it's
So.
not clear whether
Can I push it? I will tell you how I would try to.
Okay, yeah, tell me how.
So as I'm trying to get a read on it, and I'm not. One of my tactics as like I try to be like the nice guy investigator or detective is when I try to relate with somebody. So I try to take a tact of like, leading the witness, so to speak. And so I'd be, something along the lines of, man, it would be really impressive if somebody really did try to get that thing to come here though. And if I fail, I imagine I would probably alienate him or dampen our relationship.
I think if you fail, you're gonna essentially. Assuming in his fragile mental state, you're not going to really get any further answers out of him today. If you fail.
Hard
But
success.
he did not fail. I would have to be a foolish man indeed to do that on purpose. I did not know that would happen. And he seems entirely sincere. Like, you get the idea that he wanted to draw on the power of this thing. He didn't actually expect it to turn up. And
Oh, I see.
he's both terrified by the fact it did and sort of like a little bit pleased with himself and astonished with it. Like, he's gone far and beyond what he expected to happen.
You're trying to
Yeah.
tap into that, but not get that to come out. Okay. Impressive. You know what this means? Practically speaking, you are the greatest scientific mind that has ever lived.
No, he shakes his head and taps the book.
Well, did he make that happen? This mysterious author? Because
Nils
if he
Svensson?
didn't do it, if he
Maybe.
didn't pull the trigger, he's not the shooter. You, my friend, you're the shooter.
I mean, be a shooter without somebody building the gun, right?
Yes, but unless you have the,
It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant.
I'm gonna turn to Avery. I'm gonna give him a look that says, "Please stop." I'm trying. I'm trying so hard to get something out of him.
Wait. I'm not getting what you're trying to say with your blame. So I'm not social.
I probably look very constipated because the look that I'm giving you is this.
The toilets are over there.
We don't have any toilets. What are you on about, Avery?
He
I
pointed.
mean,
to the exit.
it's a hole in the ground that you can shit in.
Yes, don't just the investors use it.
Nigel, can I have a word with you, please? Maybe over
Yes.
yonder, not by the shithole, the literal
Yes.
shithole. Let's go on over there by the scorch marks on the wall.
So Nigel and Basil withdraw to the scorch marks on the wall, leaving Martin, Avery, and Pavel. Everyone else has by this point left. Everyone else has gotten the hell out of here.
You know that I'm gonna just not think about that. Martin's still here. I'm just gonna say to Pavel, you know, that's why I didn't want us to do the big things, as in.
Yeah. Look, I didn't think that would happen, but you have to admit, it was impressive.
It
Did you
did
see
work,
it?
right?
Did you see it? Did you look at it?
It worked. Why did you not tell me that there was a thing in there that could come out?
I thought you'd stop me. Also, I didn't think it would actually be there.
Fair enough.
But
I wouldn't have believed it anyway.
next time, we will be more careful. We will make it stronger. It will not break. And it will be so much safer next time.
With what money? All the investors have run up, except for you. You're still
He
here.
looks to Martin. You are still here.
So your
Are you
plans
not
to do
impressed?
this again?
I mean, the idea is to just use the power from that portal to heat the steam to then get the power.
It could work.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? It could work. It's not like madness. The
Well,
problem is just the yeah.
and now, what would have happened had that thing come through?
I'm gonna look at Pavel.
No, I don't know. It didn't mean us any harm, I don't think. It wanted to help us.
I wouldn't bet on something that doesn't belong here not doing harm,
Well,
even if it doesn't intend to. You know, like an elephant in a china shop.
could be. But having said that, it could work.
Indeed, it could.
There certainly needs some more thought. Some more, I won't say practice as such, but certainly some more thought. It's probably not a good idea to keep trying until we've come up with something new.
Yes.
Because you wouldn't want a repeat of this, because it could be so much worse.
No, next time, no audience.
Yeah, the problem is these things need to happen as long as we don't have the money to keep, trying the safe way.
Yes, if we had funds, we wouldn't have to keep putting on the shows.
Is that a not so subtle hint?
Hook, line,
Yes.
sinker.
Yes. Look,
Now, it does seem as if it could work.
you
But-
would be investing in something truly groundbreaking, Mr. White.
Certainly groundbreaking, or breaking at least.
I mean, at least literally groundbreaking in an emergency.
Yes.
I won't want to make a decision this evening, but it does seem as if there's something there.
Sleep on it. And come back. Talk to us.
Oh, definitely tomorrow. But it could work. Source of infinite energy. Could be a source of infinite money.
And as this conversation is happening at one side of the shed, over at the other side of this near the scorch mark on the wall, Nigel and Basil discussing.
What do you want? What do you want? What do you want to talk about?
What do you mean? What do I want to talk about?
Well, you brought me over here. I was trying to listen to them.
We don't need to listen to them, Nigel, because we have an insane man who tried to summon something.
Who knows
I don't know what that thing was. Then we have a money-hungry, albeit dapper, quite kind in a strange way, investor. And then we have, I don't even know how to describe Avery. I just kind of like him. Okay, he's just a nice chap. Good old boy as he is. You know me, I like to help people. It's why I got involved in the line of work, and I want to be the guy who tries to make the person who makes the world a better place, and to be a rock for people. But how do I be a rock when I just saw something that it just hit me that I spent somewhere, it felt like an eternity just screaming.
No, it was close to that.
I didn't scream on the butcher shop cases. We don't need to go, what happened in those cases.
Right.
That
was pretty bad. But
that was horrible. I have half the mind to go over there and take that book and set it on fire.
No, aside from our current client, we really need to figure out what's going on with that. This looks like it could be potential tremendous trouble.
We can't.
No,
we can't leave these idiots. Well, not idiots, but we can't leave these madmen in charge of whatever that was.
No,
because the inventors are just going to keep pushing forward, and the money man just wants more money.
It seemed like there's something they were trying to tap into that they don't understand. But we need help from someone who knows more about whatever that book is.
Okay.
Written about.
I have a plan.
What's your plan?
So I want to kill two birds with one stone. Okay. Martin is clearly loaded up to the eyeballs in money. Okay.
Okay.
So what we do is we go to him and we ask him to finance this thing, because they're going to keep going and trying, and if they don't have the proper tools, it might be worse the next time.
Yeah,
so we have to control this, right? So
there's obviously no controls on this. So
God no. So we get Martin to finance it, which is not going to take a whole lot, and then we ask him to kick back some of his own money into that fund pool to go to our client, so he can pay his bills. Because technically speaking, he has not been defrauded.
Yeah, obviously so.
So basically, and depending on your read of Martin, I mean, we could just tell him up front about everything. We could lie to him. We could kick him in the ribs until he gives us the money. I prefer not to do that.
No, I don't think those last two are necessary.
I don't. He doesn't seem. He does. I feel bad kicking him. I don't really. It's hard for me to separate my youth with. Anyway, the point that I'm making is we can't walk away from this.
No, I agree with you on that.
So let's just do this now. Let me call Martin over here now, if that's okay with you.
Sure.
Okay. Martin! Sorry, chat. I have to scream at least once every 2 or 3 sessions. It's canon. It's fucking religion. Mr. White!
It's
Mr.
okay.
White,
You're
yes.
sound limited.
This is true. Come here.
He would have ignored the Martin simply because he's picky about stuff. Mr. White he would have replied to. And
Mr. White!
Yes. Mr. Bloomsworth. How can I help?
Do I have permission to be candid?
Always.
Okay. We are not what we seem. We are detectives
Oh,
in the private detectives. Okay.
ah,
We have a client who hired us because he believed he was defrauded.
I misunderstood earlier when you said you were both partners.
Business
Oh
partners.
no, we don't play cricket or
Oh.
tennis or any of that. Yeah, no, we're not sport. I prefer shooting.
Whatever team you play on, it's fine
Yes,
with me.
yeah. Anyway, so he thought he was defrauded, and you could probably see why. Okay,
Oh,
so
definitely.
this
I
is
think
our
he was.
this is our favor or business arrangement, an offer to you. Okay. I'm guessing that you want to fund this because the opportunity for commerce is quite obvious. Even a dullard such as myself could see that. Am I correct thus far?
No,
I'm not. You don't want to fund this? You don't want to donate and be
no.
their
I think the
benefactor?
gentleman's a madman.
Okay. So you're not planning on giving him any money?
I'm under the impression he'll keep trying.
And that's why I want you to give him money, because if you give him money, we have access and we can control this. Because if we don't control this, he's just going to keep doing it and rip somebody off or send poor Avery to steal things and might get that poor lad shot. They're going to keep going and going and going. And anything short of us, literally, it's not going to stop. You know what I'm saying? Does that make
Yes,
sense?
short of that.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. And I don't want to do that. As a God-fearing man, I don't want to do that. So our thought was, you donate, you whatever it is, okay? We pretend that we kicked in some of that money as well. And then some of the money
Split
that
the
you
blame.
kick in, split the blame, but also that way we have access, we can help you. You know, we might have to, there might come a time where we have to do things that are not suited to a man of your station. You know what I'm saying?
Interesting proposal.
And then, well, there's another part. This might be the part that you don't like as much. Our client is about to get mollywopped, and he needs money badly. He put everything he had into this, and while he hasn't been defrauded, well, I pull out the money, and I have Hargreaves pull out the money. That, like, this is all he had to give us, and this is half of everything he had. So, realistically speaking, he's going to come see us on Wednesday. We can get a hard number from him then. And if you could give him that money, you would help make him whole, and we would owe you a favor.
What was his name again?
Oh, it was something terrible, like a Clement or a Clemens, Hawksby or Bird
Clement
Butt. I don't
Hawksby.
know. Yeah, Clement Hawks face. I wrote it down somewhere. And that would make us partners in a way, and we would owe you a favor, and you'd be doing something good.
Well, I never sign agreements in the evening. Usually a bad time. But we can discuss this again tomorrow.
Okay. I don't think you want to come to where we live and work.
It's somewhat downscale.
It's got potential, upside even. Cable Street,
A lovely area.
the best, brimming with potential and.
Is that in Whitechapel?
No, it's near, but not technically in Whitechapel.
Ah, the posh area.
Yes.
Yes, of
Such
course.
as it is.
Your
Such as it is.
market, Whitechapel.
Yeah.
Yes, you caught me. I'm not good at lying. That's why one of my strategies is to tell the truth.
Keeper, I put a question in chat because my character's convinced this inventor needs to be locked up for the rest of his life somewhere.
Sorry.
But yeah,
Given what has happened here and your wealth and influence, yes, you reckon you could be able to pull enough strings to ensure that he ends up firmly locked up in a sanatorium for the rest of his life.
that is what I'm thinking at the moment.
There's something on your mind.
There is. I need to sleep on it, I think. I'm sure tomorrow will be a much better day.
Would you? It would if it's not a better day. We are in horrible trouble.
So, how much was it your client required?
Keeper, would we have a vague idea?
You would have
guessing.
a vague idea, and Martin, to you, it sounds like a depressingly small sum. Like,
I know.
like
That's what I was thinking.
you could easily pay this off if you chose to.
The thing is, paying it off and in return getting a favour from a detective agency, it works out a win-win for him. So, yeah. I'm sure we can help. I'm sure I can help you out anyway with your client.
Where should we meet you tomorrow? Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Hargreaves. Go ahead.
In that case, here's our card from our agency with our address, and you can get in touch with us. Just for future reference, in case you need to.
Certainly, but I'm not sure whether it'd be a good idea for me to visit yourselves, being
No,
the areas
understood.
not where I tend to travel. But you could feel free to visit me tomorrow, perhaps for lunch at 13 Grosvenor Square.
Oh, that's
okay. I write down that.
And we'll discuss it there. I'm sure I can help you, your client at least.
I do have one question. It's a practicality. We went into business as partners together a handful of years ago. We did the right thing. We lost part, if not all, of our pension. So we don't really have a lot of great money for clothing. I have a couple of things nicer than this because I convinced the loony bin man over there that I don't even know what I actually convinced him of, but no, you stay over there. You stay over there, and you think about all of the ideas that you have, and you keep thinking about them. Yes, I mutter under my breath. I just want to kick him in the face. I'm gonna be honest. I want to.
What do you think of his apprentice, though?
He's a great, brimming with potential, hardworking kid. Really good, earnest, honest.
Someone of potential, perhaps a better inventor.
Yes, Avery obviously has talent, and Chucklefucker over there is a plagiarist.
But anyway, tomorrow will be a much better day. I'm sure we'll wake up and everything will be fine.
Yeah, I'm sure it will. But anyway, I have slightly nicer clothes than this, but I just don't want you to feel bad if you see people show up and look poor. I don't want to put you out.
Could I try to get a read on him to see if he's been honest?
Just by looking at him, you can tell, like, yeah, he could do with better clothes. Like,
true, but having said that, knowing the address, I've probably got an idea anyhow.
Yeah.
What's Avery up to this point? Is he flicking through?
Is Avery still over with Pavel, or is he when?
I'm taking care of Pavel right now. Just sitting there, trying to get him to explain to me what exactly this is, what exactly happened.
He's there sort of talking through, trying to explain it. He's grabbed bits of paper all over the floor, rapidly getting scribbled on. He's sort of he's explaining the genius breakthrough he had last night. It's finally getting this thing to work, and of how was the springs, and he needed, essentially his issue is he needed to spin fast enough without getting too hot. It didn't work if he had fire near it. It kept catching fire, so
sure, okay.
He needed the spinning disc to go fast, but without there being fire in the vicinity.
Okay, what I'm trying to get out of him is basically the mythos component of that weird engineering trick that he does, or that he did there. Try to understand the things that are in the book that I can't read.
Yeah, so he's pointing at bits of the book. He's not really in the right state of mind to be giving a full explanation of its workings at the moment. It's a little bit scattered. He keeps hopping from subject to subject. But essentially the book seems to be describing the experience of Niels Svensson, its writer, in contacting and being contacted by an entity which he refers to as the opener of the way, the key and the gate. This being of immense knowledge and power that can bring things from place to place and open doors between worlds. And he hoped to use that. And the book itself seems more concerned with the aspect of opening gates and opening doorways, whereas Pavel seems more interested in this potential for drawing energy from this, from harnessing this to create power, to create energy. The book itself is more about travel. And
Okay, so the book is you yourself go through, and he just wants to siphon a bit of energy from the sun.
Yeah.
No, all right. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, essentially, he wants to use this just from the power of the book. Opens up many more possibilities. The book seems to be referencing concepts of being able to have a door that opens from your one room to the moon, or places even further. Like, the book is somewhat fantastical in the things it promises. But given what you've seen tonight, perhaps nothing is fantastical.
I mean, just because I don't understand every single bit of physics doesn't mean that it doesn't function.
Indeed.
So, I'm trying to, from what I've heard, I'm trying to get my own way to. There's clearly something living there that just tried to come out. So we clearly need to keep the hole smaller. And so I'm basically sitting there making sure that he doesn't do anything stupid. And at the same time, trying to think about what went wrong.
Yeah, he seems very keen on the idea of rebuilding this better and in a way that works. And
Sure.
Yeah. And those gentlemen, they will help us. They will fund it. Nods over to the other corner. Make this happen.
I mean, this Mr. White, I think, does have the funding.
Yes.
And I think he sees the potential. I'm not sure if he's convinced that it's not too dangerous.
You talk to them. You convince them. They like you more than they like me. You can make this happen.
Sure, I'll talk to him.
Okay. I will tidy up this mess and maybe lie down a moment. I have a horrible headache.
Yeah, you just go lie down. I'm gonna drag him on his shoulder towards his cot and wait until he's actually on the thing, and then I'm gonna go outside.
Yeah, he seems to just collapse onto his cot.
I wish I could fall asleep as fast as that guy does.
I think we all wish that.
Oh, I'm just gonna go back in and grab one of those whiskey bottles and move back out.
Going alone? Going alone back into the room?
Just back in the building to the side where the drinks were, and grab the entire bottle and come back up. And just go. Does somebody want some? If not, and I'm just gonna.
No, thank you.
Probably not a good idea to drink that much this evening.
You'll
have a headache tomorrow.
Fair enough.
I suspect that's not what's on the label.
Let's just say, if there was money for wasting on good drink, then there would have been money for.
May I ask you, well, I'd say an honest question, but all questions are honest. It's the answers you have to worry about. What do you think of this inventor's ideas? Do you believe he should carry on trying this or not?
I think this is a bit like back when the steam engine was invented, right? It's a big boiler that can detonate if you put too much pressure on it, and it can kill people and hurt people, and it's dangerous. But at the same time, it's the invention that revolutionized everything.
So potentially it could work, but maybe not now.
Yes. That's what I'm thinking. I think this is. I'm not sure how he did it, but he somehow set up like an Einstein gate or something to the sun to tap the sun for power directly.
Oh.
Harvesting power from the sun sounds an interesting idea.
Yes. I mean, it's what heats the planet anyway, right?
True, but we don't want to be that close to the sun.
Exactly, and I think that's what kept blowing up the stuff, because there's just too much coming through.
No.
Would you carry this on or otherwise?
He will carry on.
He will. But
he will 100% carry on. I'm just not sure. I think if this can work, this can heat and feed the entirety of humanity.
Just seems a bit dangerous.
Yeah, we just need to get this safe, and that just requires money, and it requires hands on deck, and way more resources than we have access to.
I have money, and I'm sure it could help. But is that the book there?
Yeah. It's in Swedish.
It is, okay. Could I have a quick flick through that, see if there's anything scientific that I recognise in it?
Sure. I mean, there's the, and I'm gonna, look over I'm handing it to you, and I'm gonna watch over your shoulder and point at stuff I recognize and give you the.
What sort of science skill should I roll to see whether I can see anything on it?
Do you have any physics?
He has physics. I think that's the
physics is
one.
the most.
It's very unlikely to succeed, but okay.
Nice. Somebody read his Einstein.
Yeah, you recognize the scientific concepts that are being described here. But
Similar
you
to Einstein.
They're not being described quite right as you've read them. Like the diagrams look. Maybe it's bad diagrams, but some things here just don't look quite like physics should work, based on what you've read.
It's physics with different rules.
Yeah, some of it is applications of theories that you read off in very recent papers, but some of it is just looks more like occultist mumbo jumbo. Like this doesn't look entirely like science. Like this is like some sort of cross section of physics with occultism and strange sort of
Actually, having said that, Martin would probably be familiar with that sort of strange concept because of some of the groups of people he's involved with.
You know occultists that there are some groups of wealthy occultists and things floating and drifting around in London.
But there's a number of societies that tend to try to combine, we'll say, religious type mumbo jumbo, with science, and try to pass one off as the other and vice versa.
This seems along that kind of ilk, but on the other hand, you just saw what this did.
Exactly. I'll point out the bits that I recognise in science, and I'll discuss it as if I have a knowledge of science, as if I actually do.
I mean, you clearly do enough to recognise the things.
Yeah, so I'll just point those. Would you mind if I had another look at this to see if I could try to understand this? It doesn't quite make sense. It seems to be right, but it's not at the same time.
Yeah, it's also A, it's way earlier, and B, then there's these points where it's just off.
Very off. I think there needs to be something that they've missed out all the warnings.
Yeah. I mean, can you?
It's in Swedish. Can you read the warnings?
It's Swedish,
I'm just waffling, really. I'm just.
Yeah. So
we just have the pictures.
Technobabble. There you go. Technobabble. That should be a skill.
We'll just nerd out together, and the other two will have their ears bleed from it.
So it's essentially, I know that Martin has invited Basil and Nigel to join him.
To be fair, he'd probably extend the invite to Avery Collins regards the book.
Okay. So is that an invite for them all to join at your house tomorrow, was that?
Sure.
Why not?
I'll check whether I have appropriate attire. Tomorrow, okay.
I wouldn't worry too much about appropriate attire. It's only dinner.
Okay, so that's dinner. That is the evening. The invite. Yes.
Oh, lunchtime.
Lunch.
Lunch.
Yes.
It's better
Okay.
we settle this early.
So, with an invitation extended and potential plans in the working, I think that this is probably a point to wrap up for this evening, as Martin takes the book and tucks it away in sort of his pocket, and Avery is left to tidy up with a mess of broken glass and bits of cog and mess strewn across the floor of this room. And Basil and Nigel have at least solved their original problem, their client's case, at great cost to themselves. Apart from Basil, you have all gained 2 points of Cthulhu Mythos from this experience. Basil, you have gained a total of 5 points of Cthulhu Mythos. You're all somewhat aware of what there is out there. You have touched the unknown and seen it staring back in your face. How you proceed next will be your own choice.